co-pilot. Yeah. Okay.
We're live.
1,
Thank you.
What an absolutely beautiful way to start a show off.
Oh, thank you, my friend.
It's always good to start The Beat Goes On Global Internet Radio Show with a bunch of friends and the return of Mr. Rob Landreth. Yeah. So this is the Rob Landreth Jazz Show.
It is, yes.
It is, yeah.
I guess it officially is now.
Well,
it's a coincidence because this is the Rob Landreth Jazz Trio.
I know, and you're always one step ahead. I hope the band doesn't say that. I know, we try to be funny, you know.
We do, yeah.
Yeah, but, so, okay, this is a new trio, sort of. But
sort of, kind of, yeah. We've been playing for a couple of months now, I would say, a few months.
New trio of old guys.
A new trio, yeah. New trio, not so new in age. This is Gary Sanders over here on the bass.
Yes.
And Bobby McGuffy back there on drums and sound effects. Yeah, right. Do you need sound effects on this show? Because this is your man.
Well, you know, we were just talking about reworking our format. I'm not going to say any more than that.
All right.
But, you know,
Bobby, you available every Wednesday?
Yeah. We have to make some new jingles, opening IDs, you know, all that stuff with the new format.
Well, he's got the wacky sound when you make jokes.
I know.
Give him the wacky sound.
Oh yeah, we got whack.
That was a really good joke.
So I guess we do have to be funny, right, to get the effects.
Yeah, no pressure.
Yeah, it's a good thing we're on radio.
Yep. No, I don't hear anything in my headphones.
You know, and that's a surprise.
That's the same.
Yeah, that's a surprise. So you can take those suckers off, and we're doing the show nonetheless.
There you go.
Because this is a great occasion anytime you come to the show, my friend.
Listen to you.
Well, you know, and I really, truly, I love the jazz format, and you guys do it so well, and it's. We were just talking about this at the beginning, prior to that. It seems to be a different generation than even the blues community, right, Gary?
Well, there's some overlap, I think. There's considerable overlap.
There is, yes.
There is,
but let's face it, this is...
some of us are in the blues community and the jazz community.
Right.
Yeah, and you know what? It's always... I never believed what supposedly W.C. Fields said, you know, never join a club that would have you. You know, I thought that, then I joined the military, and well,
Springs is lucky to have you. You are the purveyor of live music, Mr. Live Music.
You know, I have a lot of friends, and thank you for being one. It's just, you know,
it's an honor.
The whole thing.
It's an honor.
It is an honor to represent in any way the talent of Southern Colorado.
And you do that very, very well. You know, it's you promote so many acts that otherwise, you know, maybe you wouldn't know about. So you are much appreciated in this town.
We have a weekly show, and we want to fill it up, and we want to have the live performances.
There you go. Yeah.
Everyone's been just happy and gracious enough to do it for me. And you know, I'm booked until mid-June. And still sending out the invitations, you know, for
till mid-June.
Yeah.
That's the next time we can get on, huh?
Well, if you start right now, You know, and that's it.
If we start right now,
let's think about it. And I go,
putting in the phone calls. Hey, Mark.
Yeah, when they call me 2 months later and say I'm available this, you know, that month, it's like you're 2 months late.
Good news, guys. We've got 3 dates a year. If you want to leave your stuff, just put it in the corner.
Well, you know, what I've been doing is because of what I'm planning to do and what the station owners graciously agreed to do, because we represent Southern Colorado. And my group is all about the Southern Colorado musicians and artists. We got another topic to talk about there, but we are going to make Wednesday an all-local music day.
Dynamite.
So if you have music of your own and you want to get it on the radio, we will play it. I've just loaded up a hard drive full of all the local CDs I've collected so far, probably about at least 50, I think. I've rated the Reverb Nation.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I started doing that just to look for bands other than the guys that I knew all the time.
That's such a great thing, Mark. That's wonderful.
You know, but the thing is, Rob, there's 600, just under 600 registered artists and bands on Reverb Nation for Colorado Springs.
Right.
Almost 600.
Yeah. How do you choose?
Well, we're not. We're calling them up and saying, your number, you know, here's your number.
Here's your slot.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and you know.
Got the 2:30 a.m. slot again.
I know, yeah. They always ask, well, what is that? I said, okay, obviously you haven't watched or listened to the show.
Yeah.
It's every Wednesday, you know.
There you go.
And it's usually 7 to 8, but, you know, we've been opening up since we're changing, and we've done a bunch of 2-hour shows. That's why I asked you what you guys were prepared to do, but, you know, I do want to make a comment that needs to be said today.
Is
kind
it
of
something
a sad
I wore?
day.
Oh.
Well, you know, it's my co-host, Street Corner Gypsy Lisa Carnes, is not with us tonight because she has a great important family thing to be around, and she's exactly where she needs to be, and we wish the family all the best.
Yes.
Indeed.
And our producer engineer, the Shadow Man, Ed, has got an issue. He's being rushed to the emergency room at this time. Yeah, I'm not going to give out anyone's personal information, but
Yeah.
he's had an issue going on,
Wow.
you know, and
But it's
So
show
we're-
business.
it's show
It's
business.
show business. The show must go
Our
on.
thoughts go out to both of them.
Well,
Yes.
thank you. Yeah, that's the kind of thing, and yeah, it's, you know, Lisa, she does a lot of things for a lot of people. It's been a pleasure getting to know her since the Street Corner Gypsy show where we got introduced here, 6 months ago. And, but yeah, that's it. We're making friends daily, and that's what we like to do.
Great. Good.
Yeah. And, you know, it was, how long ago was that I saw you guys at Kookaroo and Doyle sat in
Ah, yes, that would have
and
been.
shot that video?
Gosh, I'm thinking October-ish.
Was
maybe?
it? And Rick Blessing was in the audience?
Rick was there, yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. Uh-huh.
So, you know.
Wonderful performer himself, huh?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
a guy. You know, that's the first time I met him.
Yeah.
And just a super guy. And then when he gets on stage, he just assumes the
He
role.
becomes Frank.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yes.
Even with the stories. It's like, who am I looking at here, you know?
Yeah.
And
I've played with several Sinatra groups, and it's always a gas when you're hanging in the hotel room before you go on.
oh, I
So
bet.
those guys are always, real jokers. We had one time where our Sammy was hanging around, and there was another Sammy working at the hotel next door, and he came into the hotel room, and they started doing dueling Sammys off of each other.
Oh, that's gotta be
Cat.
fun.
Yeah.
You know, I went to Las Vegas right after technical school when I went in the Air Force in 1972. So yeah, January 73, I was in Las Vegas. I was 18.
Yeah.
Wow. You know? Yeah, wow is all you could say. And I caught a Sammy Davis show.
Uh-huh. He was a hell of a drummer.
Unbelievable.
Heck of a drummer, I should say.
Unbelievable.
This is a G-rated show, right?
Well, yeah. There is no 6-second delay here, I know.
No.
But,
Okay.
it must have been a really great show for you to express that enthusiasm. But,
Sammy could play.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, we say, what's up with the jazz community? We sure invite those guys every time,
Yeah.
you know, and I know they play a little different venues, a little different audience groupings. And,
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but sure would like to get more jazz guys on.
You know what? We'll put the word out and try and get that to happen for you.
Well, that'd be really good.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
you know,
I would like
do-
to see jazz promoted a little more in this town.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We do like to have all genres represented here in this town because the question always is, what do you do in Colorado Springs?
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, you guys play all over. You've played, you know, all over since I've known you.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever
Yeah.
the incarnation.
Yeah, true.
You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. All these guys here play all over the state. You never know when you're going to find them.
Well, and that's half the surprise.
Yeah.
You know, and then you talk about the Benny's Jam every Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we like that because it's high energy.
Yes, indeed.
Believe it or
Sweet
not.
tea.
And at a time when, you know, venues are kind of in a hiatus mode in this period of the year.
This is a tough time of year.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, like I say, we live in a town of 500,000 people.
Yeah.
And you guys you've done everything that I've tried to do with other things too. I mean, you do afternoon shows,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so you don't stay out too late for working people, and you're a working man yourself.
I am. Yeah, I am indeed. And I always end up staying up too late no matter what.
Yeah, yeah.
So you just learn to get by without sleep.
You're a lucky man to have Melinda.
Aren't I?
You sure
She's
are.
a sweet lady.
We have to say a little.
I always tell everybody I'm much luckier than she is. She would agree. She would definitely agree with that.
She's on the phone here. You want to?
Well, you can ask her.
No, I don't get in anybody's business. Because I know someone likes to tattle on me too.
Tattle? What is there to tattle on?
They make up stuff, Rob.
Oh, they
You know
make up
that.
stuff about you?
They think, yeah, someone's going to think that, yeah, Mark does that stuff.
No. The worst thing I've heard about you is you spike your milk every once in a while.
Oh, I even gave up milk.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
I
one of those
recently
things.
gave up ice cream.
Oh, see, I had to do that a long time ago,
Oh,
but
man,
it's sad. You know, and my
it's hurting.
just a plug for one of our sponsors that is also a side business that I hardly ever promote, but being a certified nutritionist now and having suffered way too many afflictions, we've opened this Facebook page called Logical Solutions and Services.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about consumer education. And it's not any blah, blah, blah verbiage, no opinion. It's YouTube videos, website posts and shares from reputable sources. And it's how, you know, I've kind of followed a path to wellness.
Now, see, you just went 180 degrees. I thought you were going to tell us you were the new ice cream man.
Oh, no, you know, David
You were
Lee
the
Roth
good- you're
did
the
that
good humor
song
man.
way too good. Yeah, yeah. You know, and that's another thing, David Lee Roth, right? I remember how many girls did you know in the '80s that were going, "Oh, David Lee"?
Yes, indeed.
And you know, he's follically challenged.
Time happens. Happens to all of us.
And yeah, I don't know if the Van Halen shows have been that good, but you know, nobody goes, "Yay, I just saw Van Halen." Too bad, man, because yeah, that's the tragedy of the industry, right?
Yeah, I hear some comments about David. Eddie can still play. He can still
Oh,
play
yeah.
his tail off.
I saw him on Two and a Half Men one night on a rerun. He's coming out of the bathroom with his guitar. Did you see that episode?
No.
I do my best thinking in the bathroom, he said. Yeah.
Alex right behind him, we hope.
Right.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So, and so it's been a long time since you told your origin story, my friend.
From whence I came?
Well, from whence you became inspired, and you know, we're both longtime California residents.
Yes, indeed. Well, let's see, I go back to the Chicago area.
Okay.
Originally a Chicago boy.
Yeah, you bounce.
And my parents were very into music, into getting us kids involved in music, and I owe them a huge debt of gratitude. They used to play the old Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass album over and over. Al Hurt, Girl from Ipanema. And Chet Atkins. My mom loved Chet Atkins, and I think that's what got me interested in playing guitar, was hearing Chet play. And so they were nice enough. Well, I wanted to be a drummer first, so they got me a little...
Where's the sound effects?
Yeah,
Come on,
well, yeah, wait till I say something funny.
I was just going to say that. He's going, no, I don't have anything for that one.
I got nothing.
Oh, yeah.
So they gave me like a Bargain Town Mylar covered drum kit, and I went through that in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That was the end of my drumming career. And after that, I remember it was a Town and Country guitar, and the strings were like, a half-inch off the fretboard.
Oh, yeah.
And I plugged it into the stereo system, so it got this kind of distorted,
What was
wanky
happening
sound.
with Gary, first of all, huh?
Yeah, it was what Gary was sounding like.
Little
prior.
ghost
It's
signal.
Yeah.
we shouldn't mention that because we don't want that sound to happen again. And knock on,
It just adds to the mystery of the Jasmine Massage Complex.
was that what this is called?
That's the only visible sign out there, right?
The Jasmine Massage Complex, meaning there's...
Well, this building, you know,
Okay.
I don't know what else it's known for aside
Oh,
from
okay.
being the home of KVCMradio.com.
That's the head kingpin here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I got started, keeping my parents up through that stereo system, trying to learn what was then called heavy metal, like Deep Purple.
Oh, yeah.
Deep Purple was wonderful.
Yeah.
And Uriah Heep.
Yeah.
I remember they came through town, the Deep Purple came through town, the local ice skating rink, and tickets were, like maybe $5 to go see them. They weren't that well known at the time. And I didn't get to go inside, but I hung out outside listening to what was going on. And
I did that
my
a
mind
bunch
was
of times.
blown.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Fresno, California was a lot like that.
Fresno. I played
Yep.
the Fresno County Fair many years back.
Oh, love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Fresno County Fair is actually better than Cal Expo in Sacramento.
It was great.
State Fair. Oh, yeah.
It was one of the best times that
Yeah.
my buddies and I had.
Yeah.
Really great time. Great fair.
Yeah, they used to have harness racing, with the quarter horses and the
Shout out to Pivot Point, by the way. Those were my old homies.
Oh, man, yeah. And, they'd have the rodeo and the 4-H, everything. It was huge. It was because Fresno was the largest town between LA
Yeah.
and Fresno.
Sure.
And everybody came out from the fields. And, and it was actually it was actually almost 3 weeks long for the fair.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah.
Fresno.
Fresno. Wow. Yeah, I haven't been back since, though.
I took Kathy back to Fresno.
Did you really?
And she goes, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
She goes, I thought California was beautiful.
Yeah.
You got palm trees in the cornfields.
Yeah, it has an undeserved kind of stigma to it, huh?
But it's home, It's like Tobacco Road, man.
It's kind of like Riverside in L.A.,
Yeah, you want to sing Tobacco Road when you're driving into Fresno. or Johnny Winter's Prodigal Son.
Yeah.
Well, we could talk forever. I know we always do, but let's do some music.
Yeah.
That introductory song was Blue Bossa.
That was
One of my favorites that you do.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. We're going to do a Pat Metheny tune called Jocko.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear that because I got a story after that.
Oh, do you really?
I do. It was from Friday night, too.
Oh, man, we'll try and end early because I want to hear this
No,
story.
just stretch it out.
All right, guys, we're done.
Hit it, Bobby.
All right. 2, 3, 4.
Hey, guess what?
What?
You can hear through the headphones now.
I can hear plenty.
How long has that been?
I've heard you for the whole show.
Well,
So this is nothing new to me.
You know, we pulled the optical delusion.
Oh, did you?
Except nobody saw it coming.
Uh-huh.
You like that one, Bobby?
I heard some laughter. I was thinking, that can't be good.
Well, I got to apologize for whoever just came on to the broadcast. We had a little technical difficulty, and we have recovered.
Okay.
But as per time, got me. But nonetheless, what we're going to do is it's probably a real appropriate time to explain the whole concept of what we do here, again, for those who may not have heard it a time or three before. Bobby, yeah, I know. Yeah, well, what we do, this Southern Colorado Musicians, Artists and Cooperative thing that we got going on Facebook as a group page has over 4,400 members right now. Yeah, and that's an international thing because we have people sign up from all over the place. And what we do is we have a lot of hardware people, luthiers, amp makers, pedal makers. You know, so if you really look at that Facebook group page, look at the membership, and go, wow, there's a whole lot of people that you might want to ask more about for whatever reason, you know, and especially right here we have, are you familiar with Andrew Scott and Blindworm Guitars?
No? Oh, Blindworm Guitars, I am, yes, right, yeah.
Well, you know, and that's something that, boy, that guy makes some stuff, huh? Have you checked any of that out?
No.
Well,
I haven't played any of them.
This is part of the cooperative concept that
there
we're
you
going
go.
on. You know?
Now you piqued my curiosity.
And you know, really, I asked Andrew to be on the show, and he goes, well, you know, well, let's talk about it like everybody else does. But then he says, well, drop on by. You know, I'd love to do a live remote thing from the shop because, and have some guitar friends come out and try out the merchandise.
I know a couple of guitar players.
I think you do.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that are you playing Horseshock from Houston or what?
Oh, that's right. You can't see me on radio.
No, so I have to get the visual. Now they know
well,
that
let's describe what he just did.
You're acting like Horseshock, yeah. And everybody immediately knows, right?
Here.
But the story about that I was going to tell you from Friday night is I had a great time at the Gold Room downtown. And Carolyn Wonderland was there.
Nice.
Really great Texas blues singer.
Yeah, sure. I
Really
think
nice.
I have played with her at a jam session before.
Wow, really nice lady too.
Right.
Really nice. And after the show, I was just waiting in line to say hello and introduce myself. And she's telling the story to another lady, of course, talking about all the polish routines that she does for her fingers. Because, you know, she does a fair amount of finger picking, and you know, she does play lap steel, and so as she's going on about fingernails,
right?
And what type of epoxy, whatever stuff, and I'm just laughing, and she goes, "What's so funny?" And I go, "Well, you know, it sounds really normal when you're talking about Carolyn, but I heard Pat Metheny say the same thing." Yeah, I saw him in Dayton, Ohio years and years ago, and somebody asked him, well, how do you protect your fingernails? He's going, oh, he gets fingernail polish from Germany
absolutely.
Or something like that.
You can go see James Taylor give a lesson in how to apply fingernails on YouTube.
Oh, no kidding.
He's got a whole shtick to go through, and yeah, he wears false fingernails.
Wow, and James Taylor, huh?
Right, yeah.
Not a lot of wear and tear, maybe, but you know.
Well, that's very common for classical guitar players.
Yeah.
If you break a nail, you're in big trouble if you're having performance.
Yeah, and then breaking a nail is one thing, right? But I mean, we were just talking about how.
Now I get this thing where I get a little cut on the edge of my finger, my third finger here, and so what I've taken to is I've got a little bottle of liquid bandage, and I put a coating of that on, and then I get the super glue out. I put a coating of that on, and that's the only way I can keep my finger from, you know, splitting open when I have to play like rock and, you know, aggressive styles.
One, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty much only that one finger.
Is
that my middle? That is actually not my middle finger.
Oh, okay, I was going to say.
As I look at my hand, that's my ring finger.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not a good, you know, I couldn't make a joke out of that story, could I?
Do not make a joke. No, not the ring finger. Anything but the ring finger, Mark.
I was looking for my arsenal of nail files, but I guess I left them in the car. I kept stuck them in my pocket as I was leaving. Always got them with me. Always got
well, it's interesting. You know, classical guitarists will use sandpaper for their nails, but it's got to be an extremely fine grade of sandpaper. Yeah.
Well, what happens, you know, like with me, and we were talking about how sick we all were, and you know how we're all getting old, but my fingernails split vertically. You know, it's like, man, you can't cut them down far enough to stop that crack when it cracks.
Yeah. That's what the nail polish is for.
Yeah.
The epoxy.
I guess I'll have to join the...
aircraft epoxy.
Yeah.
Now, as a guitarist, there's no greater nightmare than splitting the nail at a bad time.
Manicures. I get them once a week. You gotta have it. I'm epoxied up on my joints because I get cracks and what have you. If it's dry conditions here, air conditions.
Bobby has never been ashamed of his inner Kardashian.
So, inner Kardashian. Wish I had that.
Yeah, I wish I had that
too. I'm so glad you jumped.
Here.
Yeah.
Touche.
This is what we love doing because, you know, we've had a lot of new bands that I don't necessarily know that well, and they're all nervous coming into the studio.
Yeah.
And they're thinking it's a big deal, you know, and we're on global internet radio, which they are, but, you know.
Wait, this isn't a big deal?
Well, I'm a modest guy.
I told everybody it was a big deal.
Well, you did. You invited the heck out of
guys, we're out of here.
But, you know, most of them are going, can you give us some advanced questions? And I go, no.
I love because advanced questions.
I know.
Get out of here, rookie.
Okay, if someone from next week's band is listening, we're just really joking.
Next time you have somebody like that, come out here and say, hey, you sound really good. What instrument you play?
You know, you're probably going to have to come and do some regular guest spots, Rob, because, since Lisa's not here, I need a partner to bounce things off. But you're welcome to stop in any time for the show.
I'll definitely bring Bobby's arsenal of sound effects.
I'll be the Robin.
One of my best memories from my radio career. I won't.
Can you tell he was a DJ?
I won't mention this lady's name. She was a very, very major classical singer. I won't identify her any more than that. And
she's not listening.
We all
you never know
one classical singer.
So
it's got to be her.
We were interviewing her, and her people called me and said, "Can you send us the questions for the interview?" So I said, "Sure." So I wrote up, I don't know, a handful of questions, faxed them over, and then my phone rang a little while later, and they said, "Yeah, but you didn't send the answers."
Oh no!
So I had to I had to write both sides of the interview and send them to her. And to her credit, she was such a great actress that she read what I wrote. I mean, totally verbatim, word for word, and sounded completely natural and in the moment. Yeah, but yeah, so I had to write both sides of that.
I had a situation like that later this last fall, and you know,
it's weird.
I wrote the questions, she answered them, and I said, "Well, I thought you were gonna we're gonna do a telephone thing." And
how do you know the answers to her questions?
Yeah, I know.
Well, I mean, I wrote the questions.
Yeah.
And I wrote the
I
questions.
Thought you wrote the songs.
And I write the songs. Come on, where's my rim shot off?
No percussion.
Kettle of fish.
Percussion.
It wasn't that funny.
There you go.
So I mean, but you know, when you're talking to somebody, you already know something about them. If you don't, you've got to research it.
Yeah.
You know how long they've been in the business, and you know something about their bio, so you can. It's easy to write questions. All the questions, let's face it, all the questions in our business are pretty much the same. Where you're from, how'd you start playing, who's your influences, who'd you listen to, that kind of thing. So, it's fairly straight ahead. But then when they come back and say, well, you didn't write the answers.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
If that's what you want.
Some more research.
Scripted.
Well, and that's the funny thing. A lot of bands, a lot of musicians don't, I don't know, feel the importance or they're really too busy with a normal life, or who knows what the deal is. Rob, how come you do have Rob Landreth music page on Facebook, right?
I do indeed, yeah.
See, that was a good save.
Yeah. Thank you.
I know.
Thank
See, because I do, before people come on, no matter how well I know them, I look to see what's going on with them, because that is one of the standard questions, is how do people get a hold of you, and,
That's a good way, too.
And the answer is? I didn't write that one.
Any way you can.
Yeah, well,
that's the answer.
And I'm so glad you asked. To get a hold of me, first of all, I'll give my email address. You know, this group is available for stuff. We can do a variety of settings, bar mitzvahs, you know, quinceañeras, stuff like that. But primarily, I would say this jazz group is suited to, you know, a nice, sophisticated party, and that's what I've done lots of. So.
And you better start inviting me to those parties.
Oh, they're good parties, good parties. But please get a hold of me at rnljazz, rnljazz at hotmail.com. And I also have a Facebook page, Rob Landreth, ROBLANDRETH. And once you're friended, I usually send an invite for my music page, which gives all my dates and things like that, personal stuff that I'm doing here in town. So that's the best way to get a hold of me.
Okay.
Yeah.
One down. Hey, Gary, what's up with yours?
Oh, you don't want to go to my Facebook page because all my radical, you know, jihadi ideas are out there, and
He's not that
I'm a little.
He lets his dog do the talking
shy.
for him.
Oh, yeah.
Jasmine the dog.
Jazz the dog, right? Jasmine, who answers to jazz, is actually named after one of my very early bands back in the early 70s. I was part of a self-contained vocal jazz group called Jasmine, and we were pretty successful, and it's always been one of my a collection of great memories. It was a good time. And so when Kat and I decided we were going to add a dog to the family, and she was not the dog I was looking
Cat
at.
is a human being, by the way.
Cat is a human being. Catherine is a human being.
I got one too,
And,
yeah.
Oh, that's right, you do, huh?
I do, yeah.
Louder? You need me to project? The microphone is on the other side.
I
of the
know,
room, isn't it? Yeah, and I'm way over here. Yeah, so when Catherine and I decided to add a dog to the family, we went to the Humane Society. Shelter dogs are always the best, and there's so many of them. And if anybody's listening,
shameless PSA, we love that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a random act of kindness to do sometime in the near future, go adopt a shelter dog. Or a shelter animal, I should say.
Yeah.
Dogs, cats.
You're here.
There's so many of them. And we feel pretty strongly about that. So we adopted this dog that was barking at Catherine, even though I was looking in cages way down the aisle. I had like, you know, there was a husky there who looked like she should have been a model. She should have been on the cover of, like, you know, the
Poser.
Sports Illustrated,
the
Sports Illustrated dog edition. You know, I mean, she was just gorgeous, and she just sat there, and she just had such an air of class. And I like huskies anyway. I was like pointing, and I was pointing at this dog. In the meantime, Catherine was back down the way, and this dog was standing up and barking at her. And Catherine says, "This is the one," and she's just the vet's word is she's scruffy. Yeah. She's some kind of terrier, and she's got, like, I don't know, Benji kind of hair, and she's just a sweet dog. But what's amazing is she barked at Kat, you know, getting her attention. As soon as we got her home, she didn't make a sound for about 6 months.
Yeah.
It was like she didn't even have a voice.
Well, that's because our dogs choose us. I've got a similar story. Our dog, Jake, is blind.
Jake.
Yeah, Gary knows Jake. This is Bobby, and he's blind. And so when we went to the Humane Society to get a rescue dog, Jake is not a barker by any means. And when we passed his stall, he started barking at us furiously. Like, "Hey, I'm right here, you know, go. You need to look no further." And we remembered that and went back the next day and made him a member of the family.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. They choose us.
Right,
yes.
And that is weird. I'm becoming more and more aware of that. I've always had Siberian Huskies. I've bred them for, you know, litters on litters throughout 15 years. Mm-hmm. And when the last two passed from the breeding dynasty that I had, they were red and white, long hair, just they looked like wolves. Mm-hmm. But they were just cuddly bears. So Kathy, I said, I don't want any more dogs. And she goes, oh, sure you do. And I go, no, I don't. So we're eating at a restaurant, and it just so happens that this guy's got a cage on the grass in front of Gunther Tootie's up on Towers and Woodman. And I'm going, I'm not looking.
Yep.
They go, Kathy goes, there were just huskies. I go, I'm not looking.
He went home with you, didn't he?
Yeah,
yeah.
Ivan.
Yeah.
You see him
upside
down.
Yeah.
Upside down on my profile page.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's goofier than that, man. It really is.
I call her the anti-gravity dog because she spent so much time upside down.
Oh, yeah.
Rub the belly.
She's comfortable.
Yep.
But then, things they go on, progress. So, Ivan needed a friend.
There you go.
Like, no, we don't.
And that's how you ended up with 15 dogs, huh?
No, I cut it at 2, but the rescue is the tie.
Yeah.
We went to PetSmarts, and the San Luis Valley Rescue something organization was there in front of PetSmarts with a whole line of cages, and we went up and down, and the very last one, this one was in the cage, and she's just looking like, I've been here all day. Just like a
waiting for you.
Yeah.
Waiting for you.
And so we take her out for a walk, and it's like, I'm available.
Right.
And this dog they said half husky, but we don't know what the other half is. But this dog is so grateful. Every day it's like, thank you for taking me home.
Yeah.
After every feeding, she runs back and licks your hand, and
they never forget.
Ours is an estimated 8 years old and has found his second puppyhood. He acts just like a puppy would. He's loving life.
Yeah.
So.
Bobby's got the best menagerie though. He's
volunteer dog walker.
He's got the full range.
That's part of my therapy, don't you know?
Yeah.
You can reach me at stixmax.com. It's MSN at MSN.com. STIXMAC.
Yes.
Bobby McG.
What's your smallest dog? Is it the Chihuahua?
My smallest dog is a Chihuahua, and I have 2 Havanese.
How much do the Havanese weigh?
One's 10 pound, and one's a rather large 16-pound Havanese, and the larger.
Because you told me the Chihuahua is like 4 pounds.
4 pounds. Yeah, it's a long-haired Chihuahua. And then I have a Mastiff that I walk. It's a 200-pound Mastiff. And these guys love to hang out. They really do.
Oh, that's
and then I have a Border Collie that's sort of in the middle, and an name Angel, and absolutely beautiful. They all love music.
I just have this image in my head of the Chihuahua like crawling into the Mastiff's ear and just riding around.
It was either you have too much of appreciation for Salvador Dali or Timothy Leary.
Right.
I don't know, a 200-pound dog. I think a 4-pound dog might fit.
The dog walks me. It really does.
Oh, I know, and so do huskies.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It keeps me upright. That's for sure.
I always look at Ivan and I go, when are you going to grow, man? The others were like 95 pounds. You're 75. And he goes, yeah, I can still drag you.
Yeah.
And oh man, he's 4 and he's just. Yeah. But so this. We should have had this as a Valentine's Day show or something like that, right?
Or this love it.
What is the ASPCA holiday show?
Yeah.
But this is the jazz show, and
Hallmark hasn't caught on to that yet.
Right.
Send a card for
we
Dog
may have
Day.
something here, huh?
We may,
yeah.
Or there's a
Dogs
cottage
and jazz.
industry.
Dogs and jazz go together.
Yeah. So what's up next?
Well, gosh, do we have time to play one?
Oh, we got time. I told you there was no time limit.
No
and
time
as long as
limit,
we're yapping, he's going, I don't care where we are.
You're here.
Well, you know what we got is a original tune.
I'd love to hear that.
And it's called La Bamba Samba.
All right.
So you two in the control room there can kind of boogie and dance if you want. Get everybody up on her feet.
I don't do that stuff.
You don't do that anymore?
Yes, you
Oh
do.
man,
Yes, you
if
do.
I shake
You're supposed to exercise.
It's gonna fall.
You're supposed
I'm going to the dogs. I'm going to the dogs.
So.
Yeah, it's a control mechanism, okay?
Here. All right.
All right, Mark, count it off.
All
That's
right.
right, you don't know the song.
So a world premiere here. We like to do that. I like to say that.
Embellish the percussion, shall we? Yay.
The beat
It's a percussion
goes on.
feature, by the way.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
That's original world-class jazz, you know? Thank you.
Well, thank you for letting us play.
Well, you know, it's always a pleasure, and time always flies. But, you know, let me explain something for those of you that might have experienced a little signal loss on the beginning of the show. What we do and what made us a triple threat in media. Yeah.
I like how you color that, Mike. I like how you spin that.
I am a thinker, you know.
Yep.
But the fact is that we have the group page. Okay, we talked about that. Then we have the YouTube channel of the same name, Southern Colorado Musicians and Artists Cooperative, that has a lot of Rob Landreth and Blaz and Tribe and Michael Reese and friends, for Bobby, who's been with them a few times. And there's almost 700 videos on that sucker. And you can create a playlist of any of that stuff to hear Southern Colorado, Colorado Springs music.
There you go.
And we encourage everyone to do that because we had 26 new subscribers during last month on the YouTube channel. So we're going up to like 350 subscribers that want to hear, obviously, Southern Colorado music.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, you guys can always access your videos or any other videos and, you know, use them as you see fit. What we do is we have made playlists of our own because I cover, like, Blues from the Top, the Gorilla Blues Jam, the International Blues Challenge in Memphis that I didn't get to go to because of my tune-up, and the Beat Goes On show. So we call them, that particular section, the Beat Goes On sessions. And it's, you know, from, I guess I've lost count, but it's around 60 shows.
Nice.
And so what we did is we started the camera rolling before we knew that we had something going on there. So with the magic of Audacity and YouTube, if there's any signal loss before we upload it to the SoundCloud, we'll rectify it, make it sound right, and so you have the shows on the YouTube channel and the SoundCloud, which is all indexed under the Beat Goes On Facebook page web link to kvcmradio.com.
Yeah, Gary's got it over there.
And Gary, it's all charts and graphs.
Yeah. Is that on camera? Because we're going to need to refer to that.
Need a flow chart. So
it's a flow
go
chart.
With the flow.
Now he chimes in.
It's incorrigible. It's just.
So, you know, are you any relation to with the Mick thing going on, right? Any relation to Bobby what's that, Farron?
McFerrin.
The man of 1,000 voices.
I have been around Bobby McFerrin a couple of times in Dade County. We did a little clinic down, and he was one of the feature folks at University of Miami.
Wow.
So I had a little history there. I was young, snot-nosed, but hadn't been that long ago. I'm still young and snot-nosed, don't I?
We all are
fully retired now, and I'm loving it. I get to do this. This is exciting. Yeah. I'm loving this, actually.
Me too,
This is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I'm retired how many times over, but I want to play, so here I am. But thank you for bringing that up. I love Bobby. Yeah.
You know, and that's...
Bobby loves Bobby.
The creativity factor, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but once again, we go to this, how do we get people out to shows, Rob?
How do we get them out to shows?
Well, you know, and that's
we promote.
Yeah.
And then we promote some more.
And it's a sad thing that the onus is mostly placed on the artists.
Absolutely.
And, you know, venues, we really got to save because there's too many notices that things aren't working lately. I was told that the Gold Room has something going on, that there might be a intermittency on that one. Ancient Mariner, you know, with
do we know where Motif is opening up again?
Yeah,
not yet. Hasn't been announced yet. I've been in tune with Mr.
But yeah, you know, if you're in this for a business on the venue side, it would behoove yourselves to really put some specials on the food and drink menu, make it an occasion like we're doing with the jazz show.
And promote it a little bit.
Yeah, we're even doing a pre-April Fool's Day show. So we're trying to do theme shows and make it exciting, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think everyone can't be comfortable, with what's going on. And it is kind of a seasonal thing. We know that here.
It is. Yeah.
And this is one of the things that we try to do with the show and all the media sources that we develop and embrace is that if the city would only let us in a little bit more, we could be a voice.
Yes.
A global internet radio show and a YouTube channel that's been seen in 187 countries as far as the analytics go. So I don't know what it takes, I don't know anybody rich.
No, you got to keep plugging, huh? Tenacity.
And it's like everybody says, it's not so much a job. It's a passion, and if you guys are playing your hearts out every show. We
did a show recently, and we had a good number of people show up. It was pretty crowded, and people really seemed to enjoy it. And I think they were drinking, and I think they were eating. And I'm still trying to get. They told us, hey, we'll be contacting you. We'll have you back real soon. Haven't heard from them yet. Can't get a hold of anybody. It's it's a frustrating thing. So I just keep hanging in there, and eventually they happen. But it ain't easy.
Well, and then when it comes, it's like, what are you doing tomorrow night? What are you doing tomorrow night? Tomorrow night?
Right, tomorrow night. Well, I kind of had plans.
Yeah, I haven't seen my wife in
Yeah. If I take this gig, I probably won't survive the night. That is a no-no.
So, leading up to that, so there's nothing really scheduled for the trio?
Not right now, no. No, nothing's scheduled. We all have a lot of stuff going on individually, but for this trio, I wish I could give you a date. I don't have any as of now. So that's why please contact me if you're interested on the email address rnljazz@hotmail.com, and I will keep you abreast of what comes up for us. We're going to try and be playing as much as we can.
And yeah, everybody, on the artist side, please feel free to use that Southern Colorado page as much as possible. I'm lucky enough it's on autopilot.
That's a cool page. I remember when it first started out, you had like maybe 3 bands on there regularly, and now it's like
it was mostly my pictures and videos and Larry's and
it's evolved quite a bit.
About 20 posts a day from anybody and everybody. So yeah, a lot of dates. We've actually put all the Beat Goes On show event dates for Wednesdays to come on the Beat Goes On Facebook page. So you can look at that and see well into June. Yeah. And however many we're adding in real time. We even got a stray one in August that someone goes, I can play in August. So yeah. Yeah, it's good because, like I said, sometimes people go, oh, we can play next week, and it's like, no, you can't.
No, you cannot.
Yeah, but we're working into a different set of parameters. I think we're growing. I just got a live streaming URL through the YouTube channel so that I can take and use my YouTube channel at any device that's so equipped at any venue. If they are up in that technology realm,
Right.
But yeah, we're doing everything we can, and because we like to support our friends, we like to see them.
We like to support you, my friend.
Happy and successful.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having us tonight.
It's been fun.
Much appreciated.
It's always fun, and like I say, this is like.
We'll come back in 6 months.
I told someone, they go, "What's your show like?" And I go, "Well, those VH1 shows that are no longer, like that metal show and storytellers. It's like, well, put a little bit of both of that together."
When I lived in L.A., I helped to run a post-production studio with my buddy Greg Hall, and we did. Do you remember Behind the Music? VH1 Behind the Music. We worked for that show. We initially mixed a bunch of episodes, and we did the voiceover. I forget his name, Jim, I can't remember his last name, but coming up next on Behind the Music, it came out of our little studio.
See, that you didn't disclose that bit of information before. So
yes, indeed.
How about that? Yeah. Any other secrets we can let out before maybe a last song and we close?
Well, I can say that I've got a bit part on a anime cartoon. I play some evil character.
Oh, sweet.
Some evil character.
An evil character on some anime I can't remember the name of. But that is as close as I come to stardom.
So you're big in Japan?
I am not big in Japan.
I'm big in Japan.
I'm not big anywhere.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you know, I spent a year and a half in Thailand, and boy, it was like Godzilla.
Ah.
It was like, you're walking above the crowd.
Sure.
All the little kids are looking up.
Yeah, they'd see the little puddle shaking when you
No,
be
they just go for
a,
your pockets. Yeah, that's more eye level or pocket area, but
right.
You know, it's good to see the world and it's good to experience what's going on. And
indeed.
Yeah, so we got a leap year.
We do,
this year, yeah.
So that means February 29th happens.
Monday.
Yeah. That comes what, after the 28th?
In most cases, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's that new math concept. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't
even go there.
Okay, so this is another segue. Darn it, what do we do Tuesday? we vote, right?
Yes,
we do.
Yes.
So whatever your conscience lends you to do, you know, it's important that you go and do it. I don't care who you're for.
Yeah. Do it to it.
But, buffoonery, we love it.
I know, yeah. So we do little public service announcements.
Oh, yeah. Get to play for a few.
We don't have a lot of sponsorships going on right now, but of course we're always soliciting sponsorships.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a meeting today with an interesting group of people that hopefully we can work something out.
Nice.
Do something a little earth-shattering.
Mm-hmm.
At least not for Colorado, but for the world.
Wow, you'll have a budget, huh?
No.
I mean, there'll be
third-party
forget the GET.
Does that mean you'll have soft drinks in here next time?
Well, you know, we're working on the green room. When we would have had all this, if we didn't, it is a green room, I know.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, the real auditorium is next door.
I love that.
You start here, and then, yeah. So you know, it's good for everyone that's listening to hear that this is a fun show. It's not like, well, Rob, what do you really do for a living? Was that a bad question?
Well, and a shout out to my friends at Golf Enviro Systems, where I work. Some of them may be listening tonight. I don't know if they're still up, but
still up?
If you are, well, they go to bed early.
Oh, they start early?
Yeah, because it caters to the golf world, which gets going usually 5 a.m. So.
Oh yeah. A friend of mine is well, he has something to do with running the contract for Patty Jewett.
Oh yes, they're
Valley.
They are clients of ours.
Valley High.
Valley High.
Yes.
I'm not a golfer. Yeah, I don't look good in plaid.
Or Bermuda shorts. I think.
Yeah.
They feel so good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man. But we have a lot of stuff. I'm going to mention a sponsor, one more thing, and then we'll cut to that next great jam because
we'll take it out for you.
You know, you do what, a 3-set show at least, wherever you play.
Yeah, correct.
And these guys, I got to say to the listeners now.
Yeah.
All three of them. But really, this thing on Facebook, you guys invited a bunch of people. I was going to say something other than a bunch, but
yeah.
And we really appreciate it when the bands do send out to their friends because Facebook is really cutting the invitation capacity of the hosts. So yeah, I mean, one time, and I think they've changed it because when I initially did the event, I could only invite 50 people. Now, the day of the event, I invited like 250 more. I guess that's the deal. I don't know. They don't give you the rules, right?
Right.
Which is not fair. I'm a rule guy, Give me a checklist and I'll follow it. But
military.
No, it's just my dad was, He'd get one upside the head if he didn't do things logically. Yeah, it's a good thing I grew more than his reach. But, but nonetheless, next week is Cosmic Waste, a band from Pueblo that obviously plays great metal, and they regularly play at Sunshine Studios Live. Our sponsors. We love them down there, Tony, Christina, and Scott Wilson.
You're going to have about twice the volume in this room, aren't you? It'll be one louder.
I think it's a 4 or 5 piece band. You know, but yeah, it'll fit. It's going to get a lot more warm.
Yeah.
Warm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's where we'll leave it at, but... No, you know, we look forward to all this because, and they're excited to play because they've never gotten on a radio show before.
Nice.
So, but Sunshine Studios also does that. They do a great job of putting on live national tours and putting on, you know, 4 local bands that we've had on the show a lot. There's a lot of good metal bands here. And they've been a gracious sponsor, and they let me come and shoot whenever I want. And it's always nice. And, you know, we just support the local music scene. We like to support Stargazers, The Mariner.
Stargazers, oh, my buddies at Stargazers.
John Hooten and Cindy.
Oh, aren't they beautiful people?
They are. They're just gracious as
yeah. What a great venue too.
Yeah, yeah. So we got to work on, you know, like a jazz evening with RNL Trio and
you know, at Stargazers.
Well, I wouldn't say it's impossible, right?
No.
Right, John, Cindy.
There you go.
Work on John.
Yep.
You know.
Double McGuffin will warm up for it.
Well, you know what? They just had .0, right? So they do play jazz. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah. Once again, if you want your own show, On the Beat Goes On, send us a message through the Facebook page because we're booking up fast, but we do want you. And you know, if you fit into the July, August, September realm of being ready, want to hear from you, and you could have your own spot and laugh along with the hosts. And,
there you go.
You know,
they're nice people here. This didn't hurt a bit.
Yeah.
We love it.
Well, it maybe hurt a little bit. We're ready for that one. Yeah.
That was the idea.
It was one of them rattlesnakes we imported from Sierra Nevadas.
Yeah.
So what's up for the last breaking song?
Well, I'm going to pull a fast one here. We're going to do a Herbie Hancock tune called Chameleon.
Oh, okay, we are.
Yeah, we are.
All right.
And why is that a fast one?
Because they had no idea we were going to play
Impromptu. We've never played it in our entire lives.
Yeah.
Ever.
No, in fact,
I did an ACDC version of it at one time.
Yeah, this is what
I am going to stand up for this.
We like to do that stump the band stuff, right?
So I gotta
well, this was
switch gears.
The Beat Goes On, Global Internet Radio Show on KVCMradio.com with Rob Landreth Jazz Trio.
Yes.
Gary and Rob.
Heyo.
And Bobby. And Annie taking over for the ailing Ed Shadowman Estes, who
nice job, Annie.
Shout out.
Yeah. She's quite the race car driver. We learned that tonight.
I'm looking forward to seeing some of this.
Everyone's got a story.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
We will have Mr. Gary Sanders start us out on this.
Right. What a way to end the show.
Okay, was that the first time that your wall has been beat on like that?
That I'm aware of. No. We can erase that part, Bobby. No, you know, if you don't leave a mark, you don't leave a mark.
No marks, no marks.
And that's the way it goes. But you know what? A visually stimulating show for those that have only been able to listen to the internet version. I know you can't wait for the video version on the YouTube channel. So stay tuned. It'll be on there with all the rest of them. And man, can't wait to see you guys again. It's always a pleasure.
I love you, dude.
Yeah, love you too, man. This is just a great community, and I'm glad to be part of it. Glad you're part of it too.
Thank you. Yeah. Happy to be here in the Springs.
Yes, yes, and to everyone listening, go see the Facebook pages that we mentioned, and listen to the playlist on the YouTube channel. All you want. We want to hear. We want to get all these people to get the recognition that they so well deserve.
And before we go, I'd also like to plug my Denver band. Not my band, but a band I'm part of, the Tripping Griswolds, because I love those guys, and if you can ever come out and see us live at a festival, please do. We got a good band.
Well, you know, and that's another thing. Yeah, we'd like to. I mean, I do the Greeley Blues Jam and Blues to the Top. So let me know. I'll come shoot some videos.
Most certainly will. Yeah.
Photos or
yeah, most certainly will.
Yeah. So yeah, not to neglect the Tripping Griswolds. They are world renowned in Colorado too, right?
Yeah, mostly
world renowned in Colorado.
A very very secular area of Colorado.
Yay.
Well, you know, it's a big score state, so
yeah, mostly up in the Denver area.
That's good. I mean, you know, we're lucky enough. People from Denver do come down and do the show too. In fact, coming up, I think after Cosmic Waste is, let me look at the calendar real quick just to make sure, because I want to announce this guy because his band is coming down from Denver to do the show, and we're real excited. And it is the Jeffrey Dallett Band. If you ever heard of them, they're kind of a, just have to stick around and watch the show, because they're going to do a switch. We, you know, because of the green room status of the studio, they're going to do an acoustic version of what they normally do. And I watched some of the videos on their website. So yeah, the 9th is Jeffrey Dallett. The 16th, we'll do the month of March, get an early start so you can mark your calendars. The 16th is the St. Patrick's Day show with Roma Ransom.
Yeah, great.
And what a great gypsy band for St. Patrick's Day that is.
Yeah.
So and the pre-April Fool's Day show on March 30th is our own Big Sky.
Yay.
Yeah.
Great.
Can't wait to have those people, because they're an institution here, you know.
Great band.
So thank you so much to everyone for the response, for listening and getting on the show and the calendar, and this is going to be a great year. And thanks for being part of it so far, Rob.
Thank you, Mark.
Gary.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it very much.
Oh, anytime. You know, that's it. We're going to schedule you guys again too, as always, because you guys are always so inventive, and it's never the same show.
What was that? Seacrest Out. What, do you do White Out?
That's trademarked.
White Out is trademarked?
Well, it is one of them little things in the bottle, right?
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Tis.
That's all I'll say about little things in the bottle. So until next time, you'll have to do with the humor for today.
Okay.
On The Beat Goes On Global Internet Radio Show on kvcmradio.com. See you next time.
Bye.
Is it back on?
Okay. What a great transition.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.
That was fun.
Very thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Blast.
Yeah.
Were we supposed to plug our bands out of state too?